students, before this we have studied sexual reproduction in plants. So in that we have studied plants are having reproductive part, and that reproductive part of the plant is their flower. So in that double fertilization we have studied, and at last we have studied after fertilization after fertilization ovary get converted into fruit and ovules get converted into seeds. So next point we are going to study, and that one is their germination of seeds. Next point is their germination of seeds. Germination, you can say germination of seeds. Germination of seeds. So germination is a process, and in that germination process new plantlets are produced from the seeds. New plantlets are produced from the seeds, and in that we have studied when fertilization occurs, then ovary get converted into fruit and ovules get converted into seeds. Next point is there second point in that when seeds will fall down, when that particular fruit breaks up, at that time seeds are falling down. Seeds will fall down on the ground, and because of that seeds will germinate in a favorable condition at that place in the soil, and zygote develops. Whatever zygote is present in that particular seed, that zygote develops at the cost of the endosperm present in that particular seed, and new plantlet is produced. And this process is called as a germination of seed. And during germination of seed, roots are growing towards the soil, roots are growing towards the water, and plumule it is growing, or that particular shoots, these are growing in upward direction towards the sunlight. So we'll see points related to the germination. First point is there, in case of points, first point is there after fertilization ovary gets converted into fruits and the ovules get converted into seeds. Ovules get converted into seeds. Again, next point is there, second point is there, when fruit will break, or you can say seeds fall on the ground when fruit breaks. Third point is there, germination of seed takes place under favorable conditions. Germination of seeds takes place in the favorable conditions. Fourth point is there, in case of fourth point, zygote develops at the cost of the endosperm, or a food stored into the endosperm of that particular seed. So zygote develops at the cost of endosperm, at the cost of food present in endosperm of seeds. Zygote develops at the cost of the food present in the endosperm of the seeds. Then fifth point is there, In case of the fifth point, a radical grows in downward direction. And a plumule grows in the upward direction. Okay, so this process is called as a germination of the seeds. So the process of formation of new plantlets from the seeds is called germination. Germination of seeds. So diagrammatically we'll see. When you are sowing, suppose this one is the soil. When you are sowing the seeds into the soil, then development takes place in a first stage. In second stage, you can say that a radical is growing. The radical will go little bit deeper inside. In third stage, so like this way development will take place. Radical is growing in up downward direction. Then in fourth stage, leaves will get developed, and here one outgrowth will be there. In fifth stage, like this way, roots will grow. Here roots will grow like this way. Germination of seed takes place. This one will be plumule, and this one will be a radical. Okay, so like this way germination of seed takes place. So next point we are going to study, and that next point is their sexual reproduction in human beings. Next point is there sexual reproduction in human beings, and in that we'll see first male reproductive system in human beings. Or before that, some questions are there, that general questions we'll study. So some general questions we'll discuss before that. So in that textbook, first question is there: which hormones are controlling functions of the reproductive system, human reproductive system? So which hormones are controlling the functions of the human reproductive system? So question is there, here you can write point: hormones controlling human reproductive system. And these are in the male. Testosterone and aldosterone. In the male, testosterone and aldosterone, these are the hormones. And in the female, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone, these hormones, they will control human reproductive system. Again, next thing is there puberty or adolescence. So due to these hormones, some changes are occurring into the human beings. In case of the girls and in case of the boys, some changes are occurring. So that changes which are leading to the reproductive maturity, or it is the state particular age at which girls and boys, they are becoming mature or reproductively, or mature for reproduction. So this process is called as adolescence. This process is called as adolescence. So we'll see next point is that puberty or adolescence. Puberty or adolescence. So in that puberty or adolescent, what do you mean by puberty or adolescent? It is the state, or it is the stage at which girls and boys, they are becoming sexually mature for the reproduction. Sexually mature for reproduction. This state is called as adolescence. The state or stage at which males and females become mature for the sexual reproduction is called adolescence. So we'll see in that adolescence which changes takes place. Adolescence or puberty. So it is the state, or it is the stage in the life where that girls and boys, or that particular males and female, they become mature for the sexual reproduction. It is called as adolescence. So after this we are going to study about which changes occurs into the males and females during the adolescence. In case of the boys and in case of the girls, which changes occurs into the in case of the boys and girls during the adolescence. That one we are going to study. So during adolescence, in case of the boys, we will see some points. So first thing is there hormone testosterone is responsible for adolescence in boys. Second point is that boys they become adolescent, or they become sexually mature for the reproduction between the age. Boys generally become adolescent at the age of 13 to 14 years. 13 to 14 years of age. So changes, we'll see changes. Which changes are occurring? First thing is there in that height of that boys increases, shape of the body also increases, shape and size of the body increases, body becomes muscular. Again vice box or Adam's apple is easily looking, voice becomes hoarse, chest and shoulder get broadened, they get broadened, and testes start to produce sperms. and hairs also develop under the armpits and genital regions or pubic regions. So changes which takes place. First change is there, height increases. Second change is there, in case of the height, second thing is there, shape and size of body increases. Shape and size of the body increases. Third point is there, in case of the third point, Weiss box or Adam's apple protrudes. Protrudes, protrudes outside. Fourth point is there, chest and shoulders become broad. Fifth one is there, body becomes muscular. Sixth point is there, hairs grows in under armpits and pubic regions. Then seventh point is the mustache and beard get developed. So these changes are occurring into the male or in case of the boys. So changes occurring in the boys. These are the changes. So height also increases, size, shape of the body increases, Weiss box, Adam's apple protrudes outside, the chest and shoulder become broad, body becomes muscular, hairs grows under the armpits and pubic region, and a mustache and beard get developed. So these are the changes taking place in the boys at the time of the puberty, and that changes are occurring due to the hormone testosterone. And also one more thing is there, 8th point you can tell, testes starts to produce sperms. Testes starts to produce sperms. This is the 8th point. So next thing is there, we'll see adolescence in case of the girls or in case of the females. Which changes occurs? Which changes occurs in case of the females? So that changes we are going to learn. That one is there in that first. In case of girls, so first point is there, hormone estrogen and progesterone are responsible for adolescence in girls. Second thing is that girls generally become adolescent at the age of 10 to 12 years of age. Then changes we'll see. Changes in girls. Which changes occurs in the girls? First change is their height increases. Second change is their voice becomes high pitched. Then next, third change is there in case of the girls. So that change is there. What you can say in case of girls, hairs also increases. Hairs grows into the armpits, under armpits, and the pubic region. Hairs grows under armpits and the pubic regions. Fourth one is there, hips become broader. Hips get broaden. Then fifth one is there, menstrual cycle starts. Then sixth one is there, ovaries produce eggs or ova. So these are the changes taking place in case of the women or in case of the female. Okay, so next changes, you can say high pitch sound is there. That one also we have studied. High pitch sound is also produced. So these are the changes taking place in case of the girl child. So next thing we are going to study, and that one is there, why government of Maharashtra and government of India has made, why they have done compulsory age for marriage or age for the marriage for the girls minimum 18 years and for the boys 21 years. So why it is made? So if early marriage takes place, then it is problematic for that particular girl or that particular female, because total development of that particular reproductive maturity is not getting earlier, and if earlier marriage takes place, then there are problems are arising in the future. So even they may suffer by death also during the delivery, during the pregnancy. So to avoid these things, that age for the marriage for the girls is there minimum 18 years and for the boys it is 21 years. So after this we'll see which hormones are present, which chromosomes are present and how many chromosomes are present in the human beings, in females and in males, how many chromosomes are present and which chromosomes are responsible for male child and female child. That one we'll study. So next point is there, chromosomes. So in case of the chromosomes, in human beings, So first thing is there, How many chromosomes are there in the human beings? There are 23 pairs of the chromosomes. There are 23 pairs of chromosomes in human beings. Second one is there 22 pairs are similar, and a 23rd pair is different. 23rd pair is different, and it is called sex chromosomes. Third point is that in human male, 22 pairs of chromosomes are same, and 23rd pair is XY. Third one, fourth point is there in human female, 22 pairs are same, 22 pairs of chromosomes are similar, or you can say same, and a 23rd pair is XX. So one thing is there, fifth point is there, X chromosome is present in both males and females. And sixth point you can take here, Y chromosome is present. Y chromosome is present only in male. And seventh point, so human male is responsible for the sex of the child. That means human male is totally responsible for sex of the child. Okay, so after this we are going to study next point, and that next point is there, human male reproductive system. First we will draw diagram. Human male reproductive system, in that which parts are there, that one we are going to study, and diagram also we are going to study. So in case of the human reproductive system or male reproductive system, testes, ducts and glands. These are the parts. Again, testes and scrotum, these are outside the abdominal cavity. And many seminiferous tubules are present in the testes. And that seminiferous tubules, in that germinal epithelium cells are there, and that germinal epithelium cells present in the epididymis, or epithelium cells present in that particular seminiferous tubules. They divide by meiosis and they are producing sperms. So sperms, they are traveling by the root. Reticestis is there, vas efferens is there, epididymis is there, vas deferens is there, ejaculatory duct is there, urinogenital duct is there, and like this way these sperms are passing from reticestis, vas efferens, epididymis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, and urinogenital duct. And when that sperms are passing through these different tubules or through these different ducts, they get matured. Okay. Another thing is there, seminal vesicles. They are secreting their secretion into the what you can say ejaculatory duct. Seminal vesicles, they are secreting their secretion into the ejaculatory duct. And some prostate gland and bulbourethral gland. Prostate gland and bulbourethral gland, these are secreting their secretion into the urinogenital duct. So semen is formed by the secretion of all these glands. By secretion of all these glands and sperms together, they are forming semen. And semen is ejaculated. Semen is ejaculated outside by penis during the intercourse. So just give attention here. Diagram is given. So urinary bladder is there. Here temporary urine is stored. Then this one is the passage, and it will pass through the penis. So next thing is there here. Scrotum is there. Scrotum. In that scrotum, testes is there. 2 testes are there. And in that testes having epididymis, and that epididymis or that testes are having seminiferous tubules, and testes are producing sperms. So after that, vas deferens is there. Here vas efferens is there, vas deferens is there. After that, it goes to the what you can say ejaculatory duct. Here ejaculatory duct is there, and again seminal vesicles are there. Seminal vesicles are secreting their secretion into the ejaculatory duct, and prostate gland, this one, and this bulbourethral gland, they are secreting their secretion into the urinogenital duct. So seminal vesicle into the ejaculatory duct, prostate gland and bulbourethral gland, they are secreting into the urinogenital duct. So like this way we'll see points of this one. So human reproductive system consists of testes, ducts, glands, and you can write here penis. So testes, scrotum, these are outside the abdominal cavity. Testes and scrotum, these are outside the abdominal cavity. Seminiferous tubules are present in the testes. Germinal epithelium present in that particular seminiferous tubules divides by meiosis, and they are producing sperms. And fifth one is the sperms are passing through the different tubules like reticestis, vas efferens, epididymis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, urinogenital duct. And during the journey through different tubules, that sperms get matured, and seminal vesicles secrete their secretion into the ejaculatory duct, and prostate gland and bulbourethral gland, they are secreting their secretion into the urinogenital duct. So semen is formed by secretion of all these glands: prostate gland, seminal vesicle, epididymis, again bulbourethral gland. All these glands are secreting, and due to their secretions, semen is formed, and which contains sperms. And semen is ejaculated by penis during the intercourse into the vagina. So next some points we'll see. Next point are there, 11 point I will write here, and that 11th point is there. So all the parts of male reproductive system are in pair except penis and the scrotum. Penis and scrotum. And one more thing is there, all the organs of male reproductive system are outside the abdominal cavity. Outside the abdominal cavity, or you can say outside the abdomen. You can say outside the abdomen also, you can say outside the abdomen. So these are the points related to the male reproductive system. And again some important points are there related to the sperms. That one also we'll write. And that, do you know in that? Do you know? So length of the epididymis. Length of the epididymis is length of epididymis is about length of epididymis is about 6 meters. Second thing is there, length of sperm is about 60 micrometer. 60 micrometer. Next, third point is there, sperm has to travel a distance. Sperm has to travel a distance of 6.5 meters. 6.5 meters during passing through different tubules. And fourth point is there, sugar is you can say fructose. Sugar is present in the semen to provide nourishment to the sperms. So length of the epidermis is about 6 meters, length of the sperm is about 60 micrometer, and sperms has to travel a distance of 6.5 meter during passing through the different tubules, and the fructose sugar is present in the semen to provide nourishment to the or energy to the sperms. So next point is there female reproductive system. We'll study in next video.